Welcome to the course, everyone. Today we're diving into your primary sandbox for the next 8 weeks, a software program called Twine.
If you've never coded before, or if you've never built a game in your life, take a deep breath. You're in the right place. You don't need to know C++ or high level computer science to succeed here. So, what exactly is Twine? Twine is an open source tool created by Chris Klemus in 2009 for telling interactive, nonlinear stories, instead of writing code line by line in a blank terminal. Twine lets you construct your narrative visually as a web of connected nodes called passages. Every time a player reads a section and clicks a link, they navigate through your narrative tree. While it looks simple on the surface, Twine is secretly a powerhouse. Studios like Bandai Namco, Telltale alumni, and indie narrative designers use Twine or similar node based tools to outline quest structures, map dialogue branches, and prototype game logic before building full 3D environments in Unity or Unreal Engine. By learning Twine, you aren't just learning how to write choose your own adventure stories, you are learning computational narrative design. Let's get you set up. You have two ways to run Twine directly in your web browser, no installation required. And the second option as a desktop application, which is available for Windows, macOS, and Linux. Let's look at both options on screen right now. Open your browser and navigate to twinery.org. If you click Use it online, Twine opens instantly inside your browser. This is incredible for working quickly on a library computer or laptop. But be warned, the browser version saves your stories directly into your browser's local storage. If you clear your browsing history or use incognito mode, you will lose your project. Because of this, I strongly recommend downloading the desktop app. Having the app installed on your computer ensures your game files live safely in standard folders on your hard drive, reducing the risk of lost progress.
Let's go ahead and install our desktop version. Click the back button at the top, click on Download Desktop App. I'm on a PC, so I'm going to go with the Windows executable version. Go ahead and click this button here to download it. I'm going to save mine to the desktop. Navigate to where you installed yours and run the executable. I'm going to install mine for anyone who uses my computer, but really you can select other options. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. Accept the admin requirements, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit Install. And that's pretty much it. And if we want to run Twine, just leave this checked and hit Finish. And you can see that the desktop version looks very similar to the open-in browser. So let's maximize this. All right, let's take a look at our first time way of configuring and verification. Go ahead and click Skip here. All right, let's just go ahead and set up our format. Go to Twine, go to Preferences here, and just make sure your dialog width is set to default. Let's head back to Story. Click the New button, and we'll just call this Module 1. Click the Create button. You are now inside the Story Grid Editor. You'll see a single white box with small green rocket icon, which is located here. This box is called a passage. Passages hold your text, choices, and code logic.
Let's quickly write two passages connected by a choice link. Double-click the default passage labeled Untitled Passage. Click the Rename button, rename the passage in the top text field from Untitled Passage to Start. Clear out the placeholder text in the body field and type the following lines. Close the passage box by clicking the X in the top right corner. Middle mouse click or use your arrow keys to center on the passages we just created. Notice what just happened. Twine automatically generated two new passages named Forest Entrance and Home, with directional arrows connecting them from your start passage. Let's analyze what we just wrote. Double-click the default start passage to open up the text we just wrote. Putting double square brackets around text tells Twine to turn that text into a clickable player choice. The arrow separates what the player sees on screen from the name of the passage it links to. We will work on passage linking in future lessons. For now, let's learn how to testing and export our project. To see your game in action, close out of your start passage, look at the top toolbar in the Twine editor, and click the Test from Here button. Select the browser you would like to use. A new browser window will open displaying your game. Click through your links to verify that navigating between passages works seamlessly. Now let's take a look at how we can export our homework file. Return to the Twine editor screen. Again, look at the top toolbar in the Twine editor and click the Build button. Below it, select the Publish to File button and save the HTML file to your computer. To run it, locate the file you just selected and double-click it. Here you can see we are able to play our narrative project in our browser. I think this is a great place to stop in our lesson. See you in the next lesson.